that some of the questions that I've been asked is, when am I going to start rebuilding an engine or starting with my 2012 Sprinter? And I was planning on doing it in March. And it is March now, and I'm working around a couple of things before I could actually start beginning on that one. Okay. That being said, you could see I got some boards over here in the back. I got some like nails over there. That's like roofing nails for my automatic gun, for roofing gun. I just actually got a brand new roofing gun over there in the back too. So what I need to do is I need to complete my garage here. I had a major leak in my roof on top of my garage. Since I purchased a garage, so it's been going on for quite a while, and I haven't been using it as a garage for that reason, because it's a leak in the roof that I gotta fix first before I could actually do anything. So I'm fixing the roof now, guys. I actually fixed it. The roof is fixed. I'm trying to put together the shingles and stuff. I'm running back and forth getting other stuff, like over here, like some of this other stuff is some decking material. Like I want to actually build some deck railing for my home, because I removed the old deck railing that I had before on it. I didn't like it, so I'm gonna actually rebuild it. So that is gonna be that. But we're not gonna talk about. But it's a lot of money, guys. All the stuff is just so much money. But anyways, I want to get all these things done and just kind of like, tidy it up, like where my roof is not going to be leaking. I want to put a normal garage door in it, because the one I have now, I have to lift it up in the front like this. It's very heavy. Well, it's not that heavy, but, like to lift it by yourself, I push it with a 2x4. It kind of pointless. I don't even know why they put that kind of door in there. But I'm going to get rid of that door and install like a regular type of garage door. This will allow me to open it up when I want to, at my own will, work in different kind of car projects inside, stuff like that. But what I want to do mainly is, once I'm going to start working on that van, I'm going to help you first figure out all the servicing, that has to do with it. Then we're going to start, getting the engine ready to be pulled out of the van. So that is going to be something that I'm going to be doing. And for that, I would need to put the engine somewhere. So I actually would like to stick it inside of the garage. So I'm going to need to buy myself an engine lift and stuff like that. And then I need to, see if maybe I will pour a driveway over here towards my garage. It would definitely make things easier, because that means I could pull up any car to my driveway, remove an engine, even if it's outside of my garage, roll it inside, and get it done that way. So I may be pouring a driveway, and that's not cheap. I also need to install HVAC type of system in my house. So if you're like in the United States, and if you're like licensed and you want to help me out with that, man, like let me know, because luckily enough, Mason out of Canada, he hooked me up with this whole system that is a gas type of a heating system with a gas tankless water heater and a separate like AC unit, like with a evaporator and everything, like pretty much new stuff. And I'm very, very excited about that, because the system that I have now just doesn't work. Like it's dead pretty much. And it's very expensive when it does work. So I'm trying to convert to something better. So that's taking money out of my pocket as well. And I'm still trying to tidy up on the inside. Now, I do want to say that I'm not recording a lot of these videos right now, like where like I'm working on stuff. And because I don't want to give like the impression that... So I'm not trying to make the videos where it shows like I'm doing construction work, because I've been getting some comments, like, people trying to like make fun of me, like with me doing it the way that I am. Now, I like the videos that I was making was not to make like the how-to videos out of them. I was like not trying to show people like how to do it. because I myself, I'm not in that trade. I know some stuff, but I don't know everything. So because I'm trying to learn, sure, I'm going to make some mistakes. And there was already stuff that I had to actually redo a couple times because I didn't know the proper way of doing it. And then I did it the proper way. I had to like take it apart, redo it. So I don't mind that. That is all part of learning. It's a lot better than going to college, having to spend, I don't know, 2-3 years, learning how to do the stuff. I much rather do it hands-on. So I'm not trying to make it like, oh, this is how you do it. You know what I mean, guys? So I'm not making those videos. I'm not saying I won't ever make them, but I'm just like choosing not to make them because, I don't want it to be kind of like how-to videos. I just wanted to show by those videos that, hey, I am doing it myself. Basically, I'm a homeowner, and this is what I do, and this is how I do it. But obviously, I'm not trying to teach people how to do it. You know what I mean, guys? I just hope you guys get it. Also, I want to tell you guys another piece of news, which is important. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but I felt it's a little bit less important now than it was. And about 4 days ago, I was going to completely get rid of the comments on my YouTube channel. And it's not because I don't want the comments there. I love the comments. The mean comments, they don't bother me at all. Believe me, I get a lot of them now. I actually didn't think I got as much as I did. But when I calculated, I get a lot. I probably get about like a couple people a month that write something nasty to me and mean, So I just immediately delete those people from ever having the ability to comment on my channel because I really don't care about getting negative comments because I'm about spreading positivity. I'm all about being positive. I'm all about sharing, like my know-how and kind of like the way I'm doing things, and it happens to work for me, and it's making me a little bit more successful in my life because the way I'm doing things. So possibly somebody could get, I don't know, like a little example, from the way I'm doing things, improve on that example and make it even better for themselves. But what I'm doing is nothing special. But man, it's working in my favor, big time. Whether it comes to me having a bunch of these printers and using parts off of them at my free will, or having my inexpensive home that I was lucky enough to purchase 3 years ago, because now it's really hard to get these type of deals. As a matter of fact, my dad is getting a property himself, a little bit bigger than mine. But man, it's expensive. It's like 51 or 54,000, something like that. This is not like with closing costs, just for the land itself. Of course, he's gonna have like 4 acres in the mountains and like actual mountains. That's gonna be like next to fishing and stuff like that. And I have almost 1.5 acres, and I paid just 13,000. So if you really think about like if I would pay per acre, it'll probably be about the same. But then again, I didn't get just the land. I had already all the connections. Everything was made. I had, a couple septic tanks. I have, a couple water connections, couple electrical connections, and now I have gas as well. So this stuff costs money in itself. And plus I'm kind of like in a good location. I'm actually in a really good location. I know some of you guys might think I'm living somewhere in the boonies or something, but no, it just looks like that because the properties here in South Lancaster, they're kind of large. Everybody owns like large pieces of, like land and stuff, large parcels, I guess. And there's a lot of woods and stuff. And I guess this used to be like woods, back in the day. But I completely enjoy it. I love the nature. I love the lake, So once I am a little bit more finished with all my stuff that I have to do, I would love to buy myself like an actual boat, because I have like one of those blow-up boats by Intex Mariner for like $300. But I'm gonna try to get myself like an actual boat, maybe like $5,000, and whenever I feel like it, I could just feel like I could take my boat at any given moment and just take it out there and just enjoy myself, So that being said, let's talk about some of my recent videos that's been coming out, specifically probably like the last 3 days. I want you to understand, guys, I made those videos about 2 years ago. and I made it like a big 2-hour video of that. And you know, it took me some time to hour it. It was a very long video, and then I decided to post it, and I did. And I think it's a good video. There is some bad sound in it, like a little bit bad, but it's not like completely bad. It's really, it's bearable type of road noise. But in that video, I decided to put clips of all the driving stuff I did and some clips with my family, stuff like that, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But the main idea behind that whole video was to tell my story. And I know, like, maybe 3 years ago, I would not even think about making a story like this, but you know, I've been getting a lot of questions by people asking me, hey, how did you, you know, get a cheap home like that? How did you find it? How did you do this or that? Like, I get a lot of questions. Sprinter related, expedite related, home related, business related, like all kinds of questions like this. And, you know, I started getting it back in the day. And that's why I made a video kind of like explain how I went from being broke, because I was completely broke, guys. Like, seriously, I had to move in with my mom. That's how bad it was. And I had my son Kevin. He was like not even 1 year old. And it was tough trying to go back to living with your mom when, like, just a few years ago, you know, prior to that time, I was a fleet owner, 3 vans and stuff like that. So I explained just a little bit of my story, kind of like what went on and, you know, stuff like that, you know, like how did I get to where I am today by doing it. And I actually think it's important, you know, for you guys to understand and listen to this type of story, because some of you guys are already doing that with your life, some of you guys are not, and I could really actually share a lot of interesting stuff like that, because what I'm doing, it allows me to have free time, it allows me to work less but have more money left over. I'm really living the life kind of like, you know, it's not how much you make, it's how much you spend. So in a way, I'm spending a lot. But in another way, I'm not spending for other things that I would be spending naturally. I'm not. So it gives me the finances to spend money for something else. So what I'm doing a lot of times, guys, is I leave, I work about a week, I come back, and then, that's, you know, when I come back, I work on my property and stuff like that. I'm still working. And I go back on the road. And guys, I really enjoy driving. I'm not going to be giving up on expediting and like quitting expediting for like any reason. Like, you know, I still will always go back and work expedite because I just enjoy driving. And a lot of people ask me, why not? I load myself. Maybe some of you guys already think that I do. I don't. And I've been in it, what, like 12, 13 years now. And at one point, I was thinking that's exactly what I'm going to do. And if you would have asked me this 3 years ago, when I was first buying this property, this was the very thing I wanted to do, is basically become a fleet owner again, start loading my own vans, and then start loading others. That was my hopes and dreams. But then I realized that, you know, I really don't want to sit behind a computer and load all day and just have a boring life like that. I much rather like driving and looking at all the scenery and just enjoying the actual traveling aspect of it. And I just enjoy that very much. And I enjoy making videos and stuff like that, actually, when I'm driving. You know, and then I like to share my experiences, you know, like with you guys, you know, stuff like that. So that's what makes it fun for me. That is what works for me. So, you know, that being said, man, like I don't see like when I would actually like quit expedite, because that is not my goal. And it is not my goal to start loading people. It used to be. I've noticed that in the past year I have really changed, like not in a bad way, in a way that I started really appreciating life, you know, and you know, like I'm 38 years old basically this coming May, and so like I look at it and I'm thinking, okay, 12 more years, I'm gonna be 50, okay, so my mindset changed in a way that I'm like, hey, I'm going to stop chasing dollars and start really just enjoying my life. Just doing everything that I enjoy. Because here's the thing, 50 does not sound like it's a lot, you know? 50 just kind of like your, kind of like, I guess, midlife crisis, maybe for some people. probably will be for me. I'll be probably one of those people driving a Corvette at 50. But at 50 years old, it's not a big deal, but it's a good kind of like, I don't know, like how to really say it, like it's a good way to try to like plan, I guess, for like when you're 50, because up until you're 50, I still think for the most part you're healthy, okay? And then from 50 up until 60, you're somewhat healthy. And I think from 60 to 65, you start experiencing different type of problems. You might have like, I don't know, like a stents put in or whatever, because my dad just had it done at 60, okay? Like he had, well, a little bit before 60, I'm not sure how old he was, but 2014, so a few years ago, he had a stents put in because he's a truck driver and all this food is like not being healthy and stuff. So he had that done. And just recently, about like 6 months ago, he had a heart operation, you know, like, so it was like a triple bypass, I believe. I don't think it was quadruple, but that was done. And it kind of still made me think, you know, I might have 22 years of living healthy. So like, why would I trade my good time right now, like my good life of being healthy, and just sitting behind a computer where like, and I'm just gonna be like, just not enjoying it, you know? Because to me, it's important to actually live your life and just like taking it all in. You know, I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that, because I'm not saying anything special. I think you could do that with any type of job. You could still enjoy it, but I have a different idea about enjoying it. You know, to me, it's going out in nature, you know, like fishing, maybe going and doing some hunting. I don't know, like I've never hunted before, but I'm just saying that would probably be something. Maybe doing some hiking, you know, doing a little bit more traveling and just like, you know, seeing different type of places, you know, even if it's a paid vacation, like an expedite type of vacation. Just being more with family, with my kids, just seeing them grow up and stuff. And just spending more time at home working on things that I like. Like, I like working on my cars. I like doing car projects. I like making YouTube videos. And all these things, they make me happy. So I'm thinking, look, this might not make me a lot of money, you know, but at least I'm happy, you know. So I'm looking at it that way. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to strive to make like a dollar here, dollar there, you know, to try to make some money. But what I am saying is I'm going to be a little bit more mindful of that and actually do the things that I enjoy. Because there's some businesses that I thought about doing, they would completely consume me, completely. And at the end of the day, I'm thinking, is it even worth it? And to me, it's not worth it if you are completely consumed by your business. You're making all the money, but you don't have the ability to go spend that money and enjoy it, you know, like, you know, a little bit more, because you would have the freedom to enjoy it. I guess when rich people that have like money, and I'm saying that, you know, for those that don't have to work, maybe they have like investments. Yeah, they could be over there like on the beach somewhere, just enjoying their money and just, you know, drinking milkshakes all day, you know, if that makes them happy. But, or smoothies or whatever. But I'm not at that stage, but I'm at the kind of like a comfortable stage, because my home is paid for. It's small, like it's an 800 square foot home, maybe 900, but it's nice. Like, I'm able to enjoy it. Like, I don't, you know, I'm not saying I'm not going to build a bigger place, because I will, because I've always liked to make money, but I'm only going to make money doing the things that I enjoy, you know. That's all I'm saying. So the biggest thing I enjoy, guys, is making videos. Whatever I'm doing, I'm making these videos. So that is like the biggest thing I enjoy. So anyways, that is that.
Serge ZIMALETA. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have sprint or expedite or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.